But now we've missed that explanation. Could you just do it very briefly, please, Leslie? We were talking about the spleen and the stomach and
Yeah.
all the different aspects to do with that. And this is what we'll be working with. And Leslie very kindly offered a beautiful explanation about how the spleen and our stomach affects our emotions. So I'll leave it to you, Leslie.
Yeah, in the five element system, it's earth, and it's about rhythms and cycles, and it's very much to do with sympathy and empathy, being sympathetic, and also the need for sympathy. So it's about understanding and needing to be understood. So that wanting to understand and work things out can easily turn into worry, and that obsessive going round and round in circles, because it's all to do with cycles as well. But the most beautiful thing I've heard about is that it's the consciousness, the earth is about the consciousness of possibilities. So there's the possibility for making connections and facilitating things, but there's also the possibility of everything that can go wrong, which again is where the worry comes in. So it's yeah, so it's a lovely element. Well, they all are, but yeah.
Yes. Well, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Leslie. Leslie is an acupuncturist, so and she's a five element. It's her specialty. So, if I falter a little bit and Leslie is there, it's always great to fall back on you. So thank you for that. And
You're
having
welcome.
said that, everybody else, whatever input you wish to add, you are always welcome to do that, because the whole point of Truth to Our Roots Qi Gong is actually self-empowerment. It isn't that I am your teacher. It is I am just your guide. And it is about self-empowerment. And I'm the one part that the one aspect, that structure, if you like, is that I'm sticking with the five elements because it makes such sense. And and also because of the two polarities and us constantly trying to keep harmony within ourselves and in our surroundings and in our lives. So with that understanding, when you then start to realize how your meridians, your channels of energy, especially the 12 main ones connecting to your internal organs, when there is a blockage, your movements will vary according to your own personal needs. So once you learn to surrender to your internal system of water, your oceans and your rivers, you can then allow your body to express itself the way it needs in order to clear the blocked energy from wherever. So that's why I guide you with when we do the slapping gong, and sometimes when we play with energy, where the flow of energy goes down on the inside, the flow of energy goes up on the outside of your arms, and so on and so forth. We just kind of like respect the flow of energy with regards to our meridian system. But for the rest, when you then understand that wisdom that is within all of us, when your body starts to move and you surrender to it in its own way, you will then get an understanding of, oh, this could be stretching the kidney meridian, or the lungs, the large small intestine, if it's the arm, the heart, and so on. So it's, there is such a deep innate wisdom within each of us. And all I'm doing is just guiding you and sharing that with you so that you can then use that and explore with it, because it's through practice that you will get the benefit. So it's not just an exercise that you will do once a week with me. I'm just giving you this so that oh, I don't feel too good. I'm going to just have a go. So for me, last night, very interestingly, since my son went back on Sunday to his care home, it was very interesting that I didn't sleep most of the night last night. Um, and so my body actually did spontaneous Qigong. And it was going into an area that's always a little weak. And it feels good. When you go into an area of weakness and pain, when you allow your body to stretch, what it does is it feels good. It's almost like, you have a good pain because you know that it's actually doing you good. So that is the sensation of practicing what I'm guiding you with. So it isn't so much, and it is about getting into your body, feel what's going on, not think and use your mind and your imagination, because that's kind of dissociating from what your body has to feel. This is really, really getting into this amazing piece of kit that you've chosen to inhabit. If you didn't come here to have a human experience, you would have stayed spirit, you would have stayed an angel. But actually, you're here to feel it and to work together with it. So and this is our earthing, this is our grounding. So doing the spleen today is going to be a nice one. And we're going to do the sound, and we're going to go and use the chair. Why say a dining room chair is because this is the equivalent of a dining room chair for me. It's because you can use you can use the chair as a piece of gym equipment. An armchair is not going to do it. You're too comfortable. You have to have space around you so that you can then begin to feel your connective tissue. So before we start anything, I just want you to explore a little bit, and we'll do it if we have the time. It's really important. This is one way of starting. If you really can't get that fluid system to move you, play with this. So if you're sitting on your chair, just hold the back. So you have to use, so each, make sure that you have space to move, and then hold the back of your chair, and now using some resistance, push away from the back of your chair and stick your chest out. I know we've done this in the past, but I still see people are not really feeling that fluid. And I want you to let go of your mind a little bit, surrender, let your mind, just tell your mind to sit in a deck chair and to watch you, okay? And then just enjoy the feeling. What is it like inside your body? Not emotionally, but does it hurt? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel, or does it feel good? Does it feel tingly? Can you feel the energy flowing? Can you feel that stretch? And as you start to push your chest out, feel the squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then pull on the back of your chair. I just want to see you moving, okay? I want you to move, because this is how you get acquainted with your connective tissue, the fascia. So it's quite different than when you do a fitness class or something where you are working and stretching muscles, and and kind of like not respecting the whole of your spiraling architecture. So by using the chair, it just familiarizes you of how it feels inside when you get that internal stretch and that internal, it's like a stretch versus a contraction in the back. And then you can feel your arms wanting to give way. And you can go, there's you don't need to go forward and backwards. You can go sideways, but keep using your arms as levers, push and pull, so that you can really feel the connective tissues in your upper arms doing the work. So it's a bit like, doing weights in a gym, but it's very different because your whole body is being guided by that movement. And just close your eyes. You can just listen to me. You don't need to watch and do the same as me. I just want you to feel inside. So if you've got backache, just go gently, because by pushing forward with your chest and pushing back with your hands on the back of your chair, you're creating an internal stretch. So you'll feel the stretching in your chest, you'll feel the stretching in your belly as you go backwards and pull your belly in. And then you can push a bit harder with your left arm, for example. And then as you push with your left arm, your body goes sideways. You feel it in your lower back, you feel it in your waist, and then pull into the back of your chair with your right arm. The left arm is not really doing anything, and then push with your right arm. So you're creating a wave kind of movement in your waist. You can drop your head, feel that stretch in the top of in your neck and in the top of your back. Move your head, let it stretch so you feel the stretch go into your neck, and pull, and keep doing the pull and push with your arms. Now, we're just using the arms, but you can do the same thing using your legs, but try to surrender and feel the blissful sensations in your body. We're not looking to see colors or, see if our angels are talking to us or anything like that. We're actually feeling that raw feeling of what is it like physically inside my body. This is all about becoming aware of your body, and then gradually you work together. You are then in tune with it. And then, the mind can work with your heart. And when your heart is connected to your mind, then your spirit will be connecting too. So the first point is get in your body and feel it, because it's your home for your soul and your spirit. And if it's not well, then you cannot really function properly. It will topple that balance. So I'm feeling it in my lower back. So it's almost like you're creating a very delicious traction, and then a pulling and a twisting in your waist. Feel it in your guts. Just feel. Explore. And it might be good to just take your glasses off, because if you're wearing glasses, then you're busy watching. You don't need to watch me. I just want you to feel. And as you're releasing, the breath will just come naturally. So the other thing now, the other beautiful aspect of using a chair is that when you become more adept with it, you can use it. It's not going to cause you any injuries or anything. But for example, you could go, and I've shown you this before, but I just want to remind you, because this is an incredible piece of kit, sideways onto your chair. Yeah. And you can just hold the floor with one hand. So with the spleen meridian, it runs from the big toe upwards and then into your body. So, if you want to do this, if you are in this position and you're balanced in the middle of your chair, I'm not saying you have to do this, but the reason that I use a chair is because it's very versatile for these kind of exercises. And then, your legs, if they want to move, you can do that. And you can also release your neck and your toes. So we're going into a much more advanced stage now of playing and exploring with your fluid system, with your connective tissues and your fascia, with the oceans, the rivers in your body. And every part of you can move. So as I am now moving my legs, my toes, I'm also holding the back of my chair with my arm, and it's spiraling and turning. So yeah, I'm keeping one hand down, but you can then pull up on the seat or on the back of the chair and sit yourself up. So it is about being adventurous. You be adventurous. You can sit on your chair this way, depending if your hips are good. And you can just use the chair to pull. So I'm pulling on the back of the chair and I'm feeling that movement, the pulling in of the belly, pushing backwards of my lower back. That feels really good. So it all feels good. Yeah. That's the whole point. When you feel that stretch. So I'm pulling. And then I'm going to push with my hands. Okay, so I hope that you've got the idea, because you know, it's like one of the things I learned many, many years ago is that when you travel and you're staying in a hotel, there will always be a chair in your hotel room. And so you have your own personal gym. So if you've been traveling by plane or anything like that, it's actually really nice to just familiarize yourself with the chair in your hotel room and say, you know what, I can do all this wonderful fluid work just on a chair. Okay, so are you all right with that? Have you got any questions? No? Could you feel something? Could you feel the pull push? Yeah? Okay, so that's great. So that is, I just want you to play with that on your own, and you know, you'll never see a look at a chair in the same way again. Okay, let's do some slapping now. And so remember what we've just done, because I want you to do that when you work with the spleen. So you've got different options. So Pete and Josephine, be careful you don't knock each other over, okay? Okay, let's find the music and start. With the slapping gong. Remember to do a hip hinge. Don't compromise your back. Tops of your feet. Come back up. Inside the legs. Belly. That's your lower cauldron. Going around to your buttocks. And then down again. Tops of your feet. And back up, following the spleen meridian. And one more time. Now do the bum, the back, and the backs of your legs. Tops of your feet. Back up. And your belly. Your kidneys. You can make fists and just beat that area with your fists. So if you're feeling this, if you tend to feel cold, it's good to work your kidneys. And then to the front, your rib cage. If you've got lower backache, I would suggest you work with your kidneys as well. So, slapping. The left side is the spleen and stomach and pancreas. Right side is your liver. And now take one fist into the center between the chest. That's where the thymus gland is, where your T cells, your immune system. Take it across to the inside of your shoulder, in the armpit, and then down the inside of your arm, and up the outside. Base of your head, top of your head, and your third eye. Do the same with the other hand, between the chest. It's good to build up your immune system. Take it to the inside of your shoulder, lung points, in your armpit, and then down the inside of your arm. Up the outside. base of your head, top of your head, your third eye. And again, just do the rib cage. And the thymus gland. Now using the tips of your fingers, face, chin, upper lip, eyes, and just tap the top of your head and get ready to do your dance. And just keep it nice and slow to start with. Can you hear the music okay? Okay, good. You love to boogie. Let's go for it. Shake it out. Take care, Becky. And Josephine too. Just loosen those hips. Listen to your body. How does it feel? How does it want to move? Don't be afraid of how it can move. Either keep it small, but isolate the areas of your body if you've got pain. And just go deep into it. But shake your wrist, shake your arms, shoulders. Take it up. Woo! And your hips. We used this song right at the start when I did the True to Our Roots Qi Gong years ago. It's become a signature tune, really. Stick your tongue out and just spit out anything you don't want. Physical, emotional, mental. Woo! Let it go. Get those hips going now, come on. Woo! Excellent. Okay. And keep swaying, keep moving, and focus on the space between your hands. And play with energy and move. Feel that connection. Now, if you don't feel a connection between the hands, the fact that you're focusing on the space between the hands brings the energy there. So energy always follows your intention. Energy follows your thoughts, which is one of the reasons that it's kind of wise to think what you want to happen rather than what you don't want to happen. Because the more energy you give on stuff you don't like, the more stuff you don't like will happen. So it's like you're having a big bubble bath and you're pressing all the suds together, and they're sort of like going all between your hands up and down. And just play with that Qi ball. Feel it between your hands. It could feel a little like tingling or warm, cold there, static. Okay, and now just bring it up in the center of your body, the conception vessel, down the inside of your arms, same direction we were doing the slapping, up the outside, to the top of your head. Do the same with the hand, conception vessel up first, down the inside of your arm, up the outside, to the top of your head. And keep doing this for a bit. So you're really building your energy body up. And now do the belt channel. Like you've got a big tire around you. Smooth the chi around your buttocks without compromising your spine. Hip hinge as you go down and smooth the chi on the outside and the backs of your legs. And hover the palms over the ground. Release any excess negative energy into Mother Earth from your palms, from the soles of your feet, like a grey cloud. Releasing the neck down. Now gather fresh chi from the ground, pull it up in front, and smooth it again. So the more you do this, the stronger you build your energy body, the more resilient you become to any viruses or illnesses. Smooth the chi around the buttocks, where you've got gallbladder point and then the gallbladder meridian on the outside of your legs. And again, just release excess negative chi into the ground. Gather fresh energy and pull it up on the inside of your legs. And let's do that one more time. Smooth the chi around the buttocks. And now the back of your bum, back of your legs. And again, release any excess negative chi into the earth. Gather fresh chi, pull it up. And release it. And now just use sword fingers, make 2 fingers with your index and middle finger. Like a laser, you're going to shine that laser into the opposite palm. So just see, play with the spiral, create a spiral in the palm of your opposite hand. Now, depending on how sensitive you are, you can then bring it away from your palm and you should feel it. You can feel the spiraling in that palm. So that's how powerful your chi is. And if you don't feel it, it doesn't matter. You're still doing it as long as you keep focusing on drawing a spiral in the palm of your hand. And then see how far away you can still feel it. Just play with it. Keep moving your sword fingers and the spiraling. And then take the sword fingers towards the tips of the fingers of that opposite hand and see if you can play the xylophone on your fingers, because you may feel something going over the tips of your fingers. If you feel nothing, it doesn't matter, keep focusing on doing it because it's happening anyway. And now grab the Qi Gong. Play with the chi between the palms of your hands a few times and then swap hands. Make sword fingers with the opposite hand. You may feel it's more powerful on one side than the other. again, feel that spiraling going into your palm. This is again a good point. This is on your pericardial channel, in the center of the palm. It's called the Laoyin point. It's connected. It helps. It's a point that helps with anxiety and panic attacks. Just keep playing with the distance. See how much you feel closer to your hand. And then keep that spiraling going as you move your hand further away. And you know that the chi is going there. Now just play the xylophone with your fingers. Just shine your laser over the tips of your fingers and feel it. Close your eyes, you can feel better. You'll be amazed at the sensation and how much chi and blood is going to the tips of your fingers. And now just play of both fingers of both hands. Eyes closed and feel. Now the strength of the chi that is there. If you have a pain, bring your fingers to that pain. It's a bit like great big chewing gum. Just take it and then bring it to where you feel the discomfort and keep playing. So if it is like with me, it's around here. So just play with it. Putting all that chi into the area that feels a bit depleted. And only do it as long as your arms are comfortable. So using your own energy in the areas that you need it. And then bring your hands onto your lower dantian. Gather the chi here. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Okay, now take your chairs. And we're going to do the spleen sound. I'm going to turn the music off. Okay, so you can focus on your spleen. Remember the little workout that we did with the push-pull using your chair. Allow the sensation that come from within to instigate the movements. Become your own observer. Um, Tell your mind to sit in a deck chair, not to be the control tower. It is not to tell you what you feel or what to do. And the feelings are going to be deep inside you. There will be physical feelings. So keep focusing on that physical aspect. Okay. So we're going to connect with the spleen, which is on your left side under the rib cage, spleen and stomach. The stomach's a big organ that runs all the way down the left side and down to your belly. All our stomachs have got different sizes. And I just want you to connect. If you want to feel it, just use the tips of your fingers where the upside down V shape of your rib cage goes. Go to the left side of the slope and gently dig your fingertips into that area. It might feel a bit sore. It might feel a bit tender. So it's like you create a knife edge with the tips of your fingers, and you just go in there. You bend into it so that you feel the softness of the flesh helping your fingers to go actually into and under the rib cage. You're not going to hurt yourself. It's just a weird thing to do if you're not used to doing that. So just to become aware of the sensation. Is it feeling very sensitive? Is it okay? And then allow the the softness of the movement that you can feel with your fingertips, to that softness, allow it to move your fingers up and down or left and right. Now, if you have a tendency of worrying too much, please connect to your spleen and your stomach, first of all, and smile. And when you smile to your spleen and stomach, let the corners of your mouth turn up and close your eyes. You're going to delete excess worry by looking left, right, left, right, left, right behind closed eyelids. You're looking down into your spleen and stomach, and you're going to delete excess worry. So keep doing that for a while. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Deleting any excess negative energy from the spleen and stomach. And you're going to, with your smile, bring in lots of love, appreciation, and joy into your spleen. Keep smiling. And now just take a big out breath, a big in breath. Belly goes out with the in breath. And the sound is who. Relax and breathe. We'll do the sound a couple more times. Breathe out. Breathe in. Relax and breathe. Let's do that one more time. Breathe out. Breathe in. Smile to your spleen and stomach and stay in open attention now. So your fingers can stay there or they will start to want to move, and follow the flow of qi coming from the spleen and stomach and pancreas, and allow that movement. If you need to use your hands with the chair, then go ahead and do that. If you want to open your left side more, then go ahead and do that. If your legs are starting to want to stretch, let them do that, because the first point of the spleen starts at the edge, the outer edge of the big toenail, and it runs up your leg, up the inside of your leg, and up the front of your body, level to your chest, connecting with the stomach and with the spleen inside. And if your spleen and stomach need you to smile and to send it love and appreciation and joy, then do that. If you need to delete the excess worry a bit more, then do that too. You know what you need. Now the pull and push on the chair can be gentle or it can be more active. It's entirely up to you what you feel you need to do. But feel what's happening in your body, especially if you've got a pain. So work with that pain and give it love. Give it a lovely smile. And you know, if your lower back is hurting, Then also what happens as you pull in with your arms towards the back of your chair, you'll feel your belly wants to go in and pull in too, so that you're getting like a natural internal massage, massaging your belly, but the inside touching the muscles and in your back. And for you, if you remember to do TRE, to do the shaking, that will help to release the tightness of the psoas muscles. So I think, Becky, I showed you how to do that. So it might be a good thing to use that. So it's the same for everybody. If you haven't learned how to do TRE with me, if we have a small group, we could perhaps do it next week. If the group is big, I won't do it. But if it's a small group like today, then I can do it. So just keep focusing. If you need to do the sound, who again, then do, and then stay in open attention and let your body just stretch and feel delicious. You know, by doing this kind of movements, that is how you lubricate the system, how you become or you stay juicy. Let go of your neck. And if your face needs to grimace, just let your face work as well, because the points on the stomach meridian are on your face. So if you feel like your nose is wanting to stretch or or crinkle or do whatever, just go with the notions of what's my body doing? What does it want to do? And you get used to finally when you surrender to this, that your breath will just come naturally. You don't have to force it. As you start to release any blocked energy, your breath will come and it will exhale that blockage out just naturally without you needing to control that either. It just all happens. And you get into a lovely trance without even trying. So you are meditating. It's so simple. So in my case, what's happening is that I'm getting a huge stretch all the way from my big left toe inside my leg, all the way through my left side, the torso, with my arms stretching. But the stretch is coming from my back. Allow your body to be creative. Just keep observing. Everything is okay. Whatever position you acquire, just feel the undulations, feel the waves, feel the movement. It could be very small, it could be very big. And then slowly come back to sitting. Planting your feet firmly on the ground, feeling the roots going through each layer of the earth, bringing your hands back to your lower dantian to center yourself. Just let your breath come and go. Smile to your spleen and stomach and thank it for showing you how it can express itself and create amazing movements. Whew. That was quite deep for me, actually. So I don't know how it was for you all, but we're having to stop at 7 o'clock. So we're going to do Qi Gong, which is just closing the gate. So raising your arms up, grabbing the earth chi with the palms, turn your palms level with the heavens, grabbing the heaven chi, and close the gate with the palms turned into chi. Let's do that twice more. It's just nice to create that little ritual, because then your body knows that it's done its session for now. If you want, you can always carry on when we finished. And rub your hands together. My liver's complaining. I think it's just wanting to yawn and yawn and yawn. And then rub your face, tops of your head, and then release any excess from the conception vessel. There you go. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. And thank you so much, Leslie. Thank you. That was very precious information. Say hello to your dad.
Thank you, Nadia.
Thank you, Jackie. Did you enjoy that?
Yes,
Good.
I must tell you, a few days ago, I was having troubles with my stomach and so on. And everything you have said today has come up, affirmed. It's a complete affirmation. And the color, the bright color yellow was so powerful. And the ocean, all of this. And I didn't know what it was about. Now I've learned this evening. So it's fantastic.
Oh, bless
Thank
you.
you. Yeah.
Thank you, Jackie. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about your journey of discovery, because all this was so new for you, and it's wonderful. Wonderful. That's great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye,
Bye.
Jackie. Thank you. Does anybody else want? How are you, Becky? I just want to know, how is your back?
It's helped a bit because I kept stretching in certain ways, which I think has actually been really, really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, good. And allow it to
Yeah.
continue. So if you can't sleep at night, just use that time to do the spontaneous Qigong. You will heal yourself.
Thank you.
I'm not saying that don't take an anti-inflammatory or something. If you need to, then do. If you need to take a painkiller, then do. That's entirely up to you. Because during that time, then your body can stretch even better and get into it more. Then that's entirely up to you. But all I know is that in 2009, I remember using the fluid system. I was exploring, and I was in Zambia clearing my mother's stuff. And I had the worst, the most excruciating backache. I could not get out of bed. And I thought I was on my own, we had the house servants and the gardener, but there was nobody because I was packing up. And I just did. It was about 4 a.m, and I just lay diagonally across my bed I did manage to get a painkiller that mum had, and then I just let that stretch. Do you know, I totally healed it. So it does work.
Brilliant.
It
Okay.
does work. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll
You're
see you next
welcome.
week.
Okay,
Bye.
Becky, thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, my friends.
That was great. Thank you, Nadia.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh,
Nadia.